Hey, fellow agents. This is Agent Smith, and we are going into Chapter 4 of this game. I think we're on the 13th or 14th episode at this point. But this is Gabriel Knight, speaking of which, Beast Within. So go ahead and continue on. This should be a grace episode or section, so see what happens. I was like, is it silent? Did the sound mess up? Oh, no, didn't. She's having nightmares too, huh? It's from wearing all that makeup to bed. That's what it is. Ooh. Base Nakamura is the wolf. Dreaming about being hunted. Sounded like the wolf got injured just then. What was that? She can't take the noise. Random carriage. Those horses would have no desire to stop right now. See a bigger wolf? Oh, no, it's not. Yeah, it is. Oh, that's pretty cool. Got her off guard. Alright. Intense, alright. I'll go check in the library and see if there's any more book information that triggers for this day. It seems like each day she's going to get a little bit more information, so see if anything comes up. Usually if this video comes up, there'll be something useful.
Of Ludwig. Wait a minute.
Yes, bring one with you to town.
Ludwig II, fairy tale king of Bavaria. I didn't see this before.
It wasn't there before.
Yep, English. Huh.
Oh, well, there you go. Let's take a look at this real quick. Let's see. Nothing to see here.
Ludwig remained throughout his life both very bright and very naive. He was an introvert who seemed to be constantly out of sync with traditional views of rulership, money, and human relationships. The world ever failed to match his ideals. Perhaps this was a fault of his sheltered upbringing as future king. He never was introduced to the real world, and the real world failed to interest him as an adult. In his youth, Ludwig was in fine physical condition and loved to hike alone in the Alps and ride horses. He had a hunting lodge, Schahen, specifically for this purpose. Unfortunately, in 1872, a rather traumatic hunting accident befell the king at Schahen, and his leg was cruelly damaged. He never fully recovered from this incident, and his hiking and riding ceased. His physical health deteriorated from that time on, and explains why he looked so unhealthy in later years.
Shit. Hunting lodge is what she was about to say. I figured I was just going to change the page and keep reading.
Other than his long-standing friendship with the Empress Elizabeth of Austria and with his mother, the relationships Ludwig attempted with others were nearly always a disappointment for him and a bewilderment for his partners. He would become obsessed with someone, a singer, an artist, a nobleman or a peasant, and would bombard them with gifts, praise, and favors. When they would fail to return the depths of rapturous passion he required, the singular adoration and humble obedience he expected, he would grow disappointed and cut himself off from them. The objects of his interest were occasionally women, usually ones he fell in love with after seeing them in idealized roles on the stage, but they were more often young men who fit his fantasies of the heroic sagas like Lohengrin and Parsifal that he so loved.
I think that's who I'm working with. That's what Gabriel's involved with.
A good example of the king's obsessive behavior in relationships is the following letter from the Königlich Bayerische Archives, which this author was privileged to access. It is dated 1864, and it was written by Ludwig's manservant, Paul, to a friend. The king has been in high mood these days. The reason, of course, is a new interest. Thursday last, the king attended a performance of Lohengrin in the Wittelsbacher Theater. He came back in a fever, demanding that a man be found. The man, it was gathered, had been sitting in a box across from Ludwig and had drawn the king's attention by his beauty and his deep emotional response to the performance. The king declared that here at last is a sensitive soul. The man was tracked down and brought in for an audience. Upon my word, never have I seen any mind so in line with His Majesty's own. They discussed Wagner and France and Byron and all manner of things until long past dawn. The young man, beautiful indeed to look upon, met the king's enthusiasm and knowledge bit for bit.
Interesting.
His Majesty has been in the thick of it ever since, and while I welcome his good temper, I grow tired of fetching letters back and forth to Louis, so called by His Majesty, that should tell you who the young man looks like, at all hours of the night. This author has not been able to learn much about Louis, but he was known to have been a seemingly high-bred foreigner, and he was involved with Ludwig as late as 1880, when he fell into disfavor. The king, especially later in life, felt a great deal of guilt about his sensual nature. His diaries are full of repentant entries begging God for forgiveness and swearing to remain pure. In many of the diary entries, he swears to abstain from sexual relations. The number of these oath entries indicate that Ludwig was not very successful in resisting temptation, yet it is also clear that Ludwig was a God-fearing man and that, though his flesh might occasionally fall, he never surrendered his heart and his conscience to sin.
Okay. Not much more here. All right.
I'm not sure. There's nothing.
Yeah, and I can't write a letter this time, so at this early of a time. All right, let's head into town, see if anything interesting is going on here. Also, to go pick up the letter that Gabriel said, hey, she's not here.
I wonder what Gerda's up to.
Oh, and also there was those Americans that we had met that came to the castle that might be able to find, might be able to meet up with. They said they were staying at the hotel in town, so they seem to be like American Schattenjagers or something.
Guten Tag.
Grüß Gott, Frau Nakimura. Ich habe etwas für Sie.
Thanks.
Oh, it's from Gabriel.
Ja, das ist vom Schattenjäger. Ja.
No, I think you... Gabriel is a working partner and...
Yeah.
Never mind.
It just says Schattenjager.
Bitte, brauchen Sie noch etwas?
I don't want to mail that.
I don't think I have anything for you yet. Thank you, though.
Danke.
Bitte.
Bitte. Let's take a look.
Gracie, you decided to come over. That's great. Good and tag and all that. I'm sure you
Something.
and Gertie are hitting it off. Thanks for finding the werewolf book. I'm not sure what it all means, but it might be useful. About Ludwig II, you know, I think you might have something there. Ubergrau says there are 2 places you should check out. Ludwig had a castle called New Swan something, and there's a museum about him at here in chemistry. Something like that. I really think you should spend some time looking into it.
Of course, you can't say it all, right?
Don't worry. Things are going very smoothly this time around. I've tracked a suspect to a hunt club run by a man named von Glauer. He seems okay, but I'm sure there's something going on with at least one of the others. Don't
No,
worry,
Von
though.
Glauer is it,
I
man.
met a police detective named Lieber, so I have backup. I'll be finished soon. Sit tight and enjoy your visit till I get there. Gabriel.
Why does he think I'm on vacation here? And no address. Thank you very much, Mr. Knight.
He doesn't want you referring back and forth, and he knows you'll show up. Just go see if these Americans are here. And the Golden Lion. Yeah, they are. Hello, you two crazies.
Hello there, dear.
Hi, I'm Grace Nakamura from the castle. Am I interrupting?
Heavens, no.
It's weird that they don't sit directly across from each
Or
other.
am I? For a moment.
Isn't this nice? We just finished our breakfast. Do you want something?
No thanks.
Good for you. I can never turn down food myself. Now you just tell us all about it, Sugar Pie.
Her beehive haircut, I tell you. Now, what can you guys tell me about y'all?
You mentioned the other night that you were a demonologist. What is that exactly?
Well, it's
Person who
not as
studies
bad as
demons.
it sounds, honey. What Emma and I really do is to help protect people.
Protect them from what?
Demons?
Well, do you believe in the devil, Miss Nakamura?
I believe in good and evil, if that helps.
Oh, but Satan and his demons are real, and they will attack the living. And most folks don't know what to do once they've been attacked. We try to help protect people.
In advance?
How can you protect people from demons?
The best protection is faith in God, of course.
Yeah, it's
but
true.
sometimes faith isn't enough. Sometimes we have to delve into the supernatural in order to protect others. Your shot and joggers are just the same.
Shot and jaggers.
We are? I mean, he is?
Of course. The warriors of light are rare these days, but they do exist all around the globe.
That's interesting. I just read about a group called Manos del Sol in Brazil. So the Ritters aren't the only Schottenjägers.
Well, they're probably the only ones to use that title, but others have been chosen for the battle.
You know anything about a Ludwig II?
Do you know anything about King Ludwig II?
Sure, we saw his castles, didn't we, Mother?
We sure did. Why do you ask?
Well, I found a letter in the Schottenjäger library warning Ludwig about the Black Wolf.
Who wrote the letter?
One of Gabriel's ancestors.
Really?
A Schottenjäger.
Seems like whoever was using me as a megaphone helped you find that letter. Perhaps you should follow the path something's pointing at. Look into Ludwig.
I intend to.
Or was she sent as a distraction by Gabriel
The other
to make
night
sure
you
she
said
doesn't get
something
to her
about the
child?
Black Wolf.
There we go
What
with
did
the
you
bad
mean?
microphone
Where did you
again.
hear that name?
I wasn't the one talking.
I don't understand.
Well,
He's
it's quite
possessed.
all right. The point is, it would be a very good idea to answer those questions, and we must work together to do so. Of course I'll help you, Pumpkin. I'd like to know myself, wouldn't I? It isn't every day one's taken over by a disembodied spirit, and
This is
I
true.
don't much care for it, thank you.
You're not talking about a seance, are you?
Oh, heavens, no.
Thank
She
God.
might be.
Emma's
That'll be fun.
right. I'm much better at tarot cards.
Oh.
I can read for you or for someone else if you prefer.
Interesting. We can do that right now? Oh, we'll do it in a minute.
Are you sure you don't know anything about the Black Wolf?
I never did, dear. I told you. Really, you mustn't confuse the vessel with the voice. All I remember was seeing a very bright flash like lightning.
Okay.
Next thing I knew, Emma had me outside. Whatever it was very powerful. Very powerful.
Oh. Let's get that tarot reading.
Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to do my tarot reading.
Don't you worry now. I know what I'm doing.
Uh-oh. We got which pentagram cards? It seems like it.
Push your vital energies into the cards.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
This is your soul card.
Did you shuffle
That
those
which
first?
applies to all of your lifetimes. It's the Empress. Oh, that's a good one.
What's it mean?
It means that your soul's journey is one of leadership. There's great strength here and intelligence. This card represents what you're like in this lifetime. It's the Chariot. Self-discipline, control. You need to feel you have a plan, that you're testing your abilities. The Chariot's very masculine. In combination with the Empress, it tells me that you're currently exploring your male side. You will seek out great achievement, but it does have its price.
Doesn't sound anything like me.
Yes, dear.
Yeah, it's nothing like her at
The
all.
third card represents the other. You've pulled the
Ether?
magician.
Or the other.
Who is he, dear?
Excuse me?
Your other, the magician. Oh, this is a very powerful card. Major Arcana.
My other?
Everyone has an other. Let's see. I bet it's the Schottenjäger. What's his name?
Gabriel?
The Schottenjäger? Gabriel Knight?
A name of power. He is powerful, this one. The magician is dexterous and cunning, mischievous and manipulative,
That's Gabriel, all right.
and
Yeah.
very strong with magical and occult powers. Now, this is interesting because your card, the Chariot, is all logic and reasoning, while his, the magician, is spiritual and intuitive.
Which is not really like
Quite a
them.
pair. The fourth card shows what you're trying to achieve at this moment, your immediate destiny. It's the
Werewolves.
strength or lust card.
Lust?
Not that kind of lust, dear. It's a trial card. Finding the strength to continue some difficult journey. It also represents the integration of conflicting energies. That must be your Chariot and his magician energies. Strength also means bonding those energies, loving without judgment, learning to love the beast.
Uh-huh.
Right.
What is this trial, dear? Do you know?
Well,
Whatever this case is this
Gabriel
time.
and I are involved with a case right now.
Yeah.
It will be a hard time. You must let your love give you power. Use the positive energy of your union or you may not succeed.
I think you have the wrong idea.
Right.
Gabriel and I just work together.
Yes, dear.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, it's
But
just
if
working.
I might just suggest, when you're facing negative forces, the positive energy of love is a very vital weapon. You make yourself vulnerable when you resist your own tools.
Huh.
Well, that's been helpful.
I hope so, dear.
Well, I really just gave you insights of the characters that we already knew, but that's all right. Let's see if Gabriel has a different tarot.
Maybe we should do a reading for Gabriel.
Oh, let's! It's a little like spying on someone unawares, but what the heck?
Places energies. I don't know how she could.
Reach out to the cards and to think about his essence.
Sleazy man.
His soul card is the magician. Yes, dear. It reflects your other exactly.
Well, maybe, but I'd rather hold out for David Copperfield.
And his
For real-
lifetime
Real
card.
magician.
Oh, goodness. The lovers.
You mean the sole purpose of his life is in his pants? Doesn't surprise
No.
me.
It's not what you think, dear. It's a duality card. As a lifetime card, it refers to Gabriel's own duality. Good versus evil, physical pleasure versus spiritual growth, that kind of thing.
Regular person versus Schottenjäger,
His
maybe.
challenge is to integrate the conflicting parts of himself.
Yeah.
Until he does, he'll never find peace.
His desire to be regular human, but his
And you
lack
will
of
find
interest in,
peace when you acknowledge all of him.
in his shadow hunter
Find
abilities.
a way to love the worst as you already love the best.
You're really reaching.
Mother.
Mm-hmm.
His other is the High Priestess.
Let me guess. That's me, right?
No, dear, it's not. The High Priestess represents psychic mysteries, deep wisdom. This is a very different energy from your earthy one.
Oh.
This must be our connection. To the voice, dear! Someone is trying to communicate with Gabriel. This
Ooh, that's
force is
possible.
represented by the High Priestess.
That's not much help. What about the Black Wolf?
But it is a help, dear. The High Priestess is a spiritual guide card if ever there was one. The message must have been a warning.
If
She
this
ain't even
force
finished laying them out. She
is
didn't finish
connected to
laying out the
Gabriel,
cards
and
for
if
the
he's
last
so very
one.
psychic,
Then why doesn't it just go to him? Why say it to me?
Maybe Gabriel's blocked. Maybe he's purposefully blocking. There is that duality business. Let's go on and see if it becomes clear. The fourth card, remember, represents the current situation. It's
Death.
death.
Oh. Nothing to worry about then.
Now you just leave interpretation up to me,
Yep.
Sugar Pie.
Death means
It's
change.
a transformation card.
Yep.
Dying to one thing and being born to another. It is painful, but it isn't necessarily bad. Two of Wands.
There we go. Continue doing it right.
My.
What?
A 2 is not good here. Wands is Mars in Aries. That's a war card. In conjunction with the death card, there are 2 possible transformations.
2 transformations?
Yes, dear.
Good and a bad.
Gabriel is waging a spiritual battle. The transformation might be good or evil. That must be the purpose of the High Priestess. She's trying to guide him.
Mm-hmm.
So you think he really might be in danger?
Oh, yes, dear. Gabriel's very essence is at stake. If he takes the wrong path with his powers, Imola and I will stay in town. You must let me know if anything else happens that we can read for clues.
Okay.
Let the Force use you.
That was too close to being a copyright issue there.
I'd better go.
Anytime you need us, stop by.
And be careful now.
Thanks.
It's got to feel good to have a couple of American people hanging out here. Hoping they could do something for him. All right, well, this one's run a little bit long, a lot of detail, but a lot of background information we could use. So I'm going to go ahead and end this one here. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. And check that notification bell if you want to know when I'm putting stuff out. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Hey, fellow agents, don't forget to like and subscribe by clicking the button in the center of the screen. You can also find the last video by clicking the button to the left, and you can take a look at some of the other stuff I've done by clicking the button to the right. Hope you enjoyed the video, and have a good day.